in the past year?
We are live, just so you know.
Yeah, it does, except all my runs aren't
on there.
On that my run. 692 miles.
Wow.
I burned 103,654 calories.
She's singing me out.
She cranks me up.
Did these neighbors change?
Right next door? No.
Those people with the dogs, are they new?
I don't know, because
Maybe they were.
I don't know who was in there before.
Mm.
155 hours of running.
Think about all the other stuff you could have been doing with that time.
I wouldn't rather have done anything else with that time.
That's lame.
I know. It was a really nice run this morning, but I was almost trampled by some deer. There's a spot on the trail where on the left, well, when you're running out, on the left side, it's like a really kind of gradual incline in some places and kind of steep in others. But it's mostly woods, but on the right is the river and like a really steep drop down. But at one point, there's like a hill that people practice like riding their bikes on the right-hand side, like a steep ridge with like a drop.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen people ride their bikes up there. And so I'm running and I'm coming up on it. And
Hey, what's the Pokemon?
I didn't even look it up yet.
Oh, how convenient.
And I hear rustling and I think, it doesn't sound like somebody on a bike.
Look who it is.
But it could be.
Lover boy.
And then all of a sudden, a like rock, like this big, comes like flying over the ridge. And because I'm looking behind me, I run past it. I'm looking behind me to see like what it is, but part of me doesn't want to see because I'm scared.
Right. It's a rock kicking bear.
And then it got quiet, and two girls came from the other direction. And I said, "Hey, heads up! Something rather large is like milling around up there." And they were like, "What?" And they like stopped, and I stopped, and I looked, and 3 deer came literally. He wasn't his bed. Oh, he's probably at the door. Flying over the ridge, and they go, "Oh my God, it's 3 deer!" I was like, "I knew I heard something back there," and they were like, "Thanks for the heads up." It was crazy. And the week prior, there was a snake with a frog in its mouth, and it's like,
oh, that's right, yeah.
Like was twitching. It was so awful. What number are we?
510.
Sup, brah?
Hey, Grant.
I want one of these. Holy crap! I want one of these.
It smells like onions.
It's probably me. I didn't have onions though.
I made garlic kale last night.
It's me. I said.
Fine, you're the one that smells like onions.
I had
you win.
Moe's Southwest Grill. See.
Or you smell my feet.
That is also a possibility.
It's Liepard. Liepard.
Liepard.
Kind of looks like a leopard.
You know what I'm saying?
Liepard.
Yeah, you're the puma, the leopard.
These things are expensive.
What?
These cocoons. It's like a hammock. I'll show you once I see what all of them look like. Then I'll show you the best. I don't see
like for
difference.
Your backyard?
Oh, this is for children, I guess.
Or
it's
like
perfect
portable.
for your kids to like hang off a tree. It's like a hanging seat.
That sounds cool.
But it's like a tent, but you hang it off of a tree.
I need.
Did you tell me the Pokemon?
Yep.
What is it?
We had a whole conversation about it.
Liepard.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to control a crisis right now.
What's the crisis?
Apologize. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
I'm texting my sister.
What is the Pokemon? No, not family crisis.
Liepard.
Is it stomach related?
I am not allowed to talk about it. Liepard.
Liepard.
So you hang it from a tree, and it's like a little hammock,
I need
but like
one.
a teepee hammock.
I need one real bad.
They're
Why would you get a
expensive.
white one though?
No, that I just clicked on it to see a better picture.
I figured you would.
You know what? Stop judging. Somebody might like a white one.
Single is big enough for one adult.
They have a double, and then they have a bonsai.
$40 isn't. I mean, it's expensive. I don't.
It's
have that money
expensive for
laying
a
around.
seat, a tree seat.
But you imagine if you like put like some kind of like heater inside, you could sit in there in the winter.
And it'll burn down the tree.
No, you do like a.
They have red, gray. Ooh, there you go, Danielle. Mom brain.
You know,
Close enough.
oh man, that's nice.
Good
I
color.
would live in that
It's a
MFR.
Good color scheme.
I wonder if we could figure out a way to like get a plank out Kevin's office window and hang something off.
All right, we gotta start.
And he
We're
could
late.
sit on this other side.
That would work, yes. Otherwise, you need some rigging and some counter
make something
supports.
work.
And this one can be for you, for your black heart. You don't have a black heart. You have a beautiful heart.
Did you see the good emoji news that Chris put on my Facebook wall?
About the unicorn emoji? When is that supposed to happen?
I don't know, but I can't wait.
Are you ready?
Sorry, you guys didn't have to wait for me.
No, we did. We did have to wait. We didn't want to, but we had to. Oh, no, wait.
Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 510. The Lipard Podcast.
Lipard.
Lipard.
Lippard.
The Leopard Podcast. On brain?
Lipard is a slender purple feline Pokemon speckled with yellow rosettes. Its fur patterning is considered attractive to many trainers. That's why they skin it and wear it. That's off the
Are
record.
those sneezes?
It's a Lipard call.
Okay.
Just, rather than Mom Brain tell us, I figured I'd just call one in.
It has a pink mask, air quotes, marking over its eyes, a pink nose, and small yellow markings over its green eyes. It has 2 pairs of long yellow whiskers and a tufted yellow underside.
Whiskers.
Its lower legs are yellow, and each small paw has a pale pink pad.
Pale pink
Each small
pad, pale
paw
pink
has a
pad, pale
pale
pink
pink
pad,
pad.
pale pink pad, pale pink pad, pale pink pad, pale pink
That can be seen in Pokedex
Blank,
3D
blank,
Pro.
blank.
It has a long curving tail with a sickle-like shape toward the tip. Lipard has well-developed muscles that allows it to run silently and strike opponents from behind. That's like me.
Sickle tip.
I run
Sickle
silently
tip.
and strike my opponents from behind. It's also been known to vanish and reappear without warning, sort of like herpes.
Not sort of. Exactly.
Well, I don't know. I've never had it. So,
Oh, you will.
I'm pretty sure they don't vanish. Though.
Never.
Lipard is a cruel Pokemon. It's number 510.
It's cruel type.
It's a dark type.
Cruel
Its
type.
abilities include Limber or Unburden. Its
Limburger.
hidden ability is Prankster.
I'm sorry. Wait. Cruel? It's cruel, but its ability is unburden?
Let me unburden
That
you.
seems pretty
Let me
compassionate.
unburden you of your weapons,
Yes.
Perhaps.
Of your life.
Of your
of your earthly ties.
leopard. Leotard.
Well, anyway,
Is that what it does? It steals leotards?
Yes.
The bane
and
of
I've-
all
but it's too late.
dancers and wrestlers.
Because leopard has seen everything.
50% male, 50% female,
Leopard.
just over 3 feet tall.
100% cruel.
That's right.
100% attitude.
About 83 pounds, and
And pale pink pads.
that's all you need to know. I'm not telling you anymore.
All right.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry. To get French.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Pale pink pad.
Nikki Hill is here.
Pale pink pad.
I'm here. Kirby's here.
Hey.
Mom Brain's here.
Yep.
How you guys doing?
Good. By the way, we didn't have to wait. We wanted to.
he
I just
didn't want
wanted to.
to.
I wanted to clarify for
He
you.
told me you weren't coming.
I wasn't sure if we were starting at 3 or 3:15.
3:15. Always 3:15. 3:15 or later.
Oh, so I was on time.
Yes, you were fine.
Then how come we were late?
I didn't say you were late.
It's 3:19. We've been on time. I think.
We didn't start, and you were not late. We
Started-
started late. We started at 3:16.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, really? Really?
Yes.
I can't be around for this.
Late is late. Doesn't matter if you're 30 seconds or 30 days. 30 days, you're probably dead.
I don't know where you were. I started the podcast at 3:15.
Hello, Fire Flame and G-Man,
what is
Sir, and Twisted In, and Malik
this?
Halo,
What
and
is
other people in there that I
this?
can't see because
Don't
I
pull on
don't.
it.
Well,
Look at
let me
your
see if
shirt.
I can fix that actually. And Lord Not.
Lord Pale Pink
Lord-
Pad.
Yeah, there we go. Now I can
Lord,
see that.
not going to work here.
And Charlie and Link Triforce
Charlie.
and the Keys Effect and Asian style, and everyone else that I can't say. Thank you for joining us. Oh, you Lord Jesus. So
I have a proposal for you, Kirby. You want to hear it now or later?
I want to hear it now.
Is it appropriate for the?
Yes. Will you marry me?
Gotta go to Ireland. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. No, what I was going to say is
Yeah, because they made it illegal everywhere else. All of a sudden.
it's not. Yeah. The second the Irish took it.
It's my people. My people are very accepting of others.
We're still in
that's very
spring.
well known.
We're still in spring, but
Poland.
if maybe afterwards we go get a little root beer float so that you don't have to wait till the end of summer to do it. I know last year or 2 years ago you made a special trip to get a root beer float at
Oh yeah,
Stewart's because you hadn't had one all year or all summer. I say let's start it off early.
You know, Mom Brain lived obviously like 2 seconds from Stewart's, and she went there for the first time ever last year because I wanted to go. I was like, this is right by
Yeah,
our
but
house.
that's like the thing, you know. If you have a lifetime supply of Oreo cookies parked outside in a truck, you're not going to want Oreo cookies because they're always there. It's always accessible.
I would never in my life eat a root beer float, drink a root beer float.
Eat it.
Well, guess what? You're not invited.
B, my parents were
Babe.
completely against any kind of junk food. And C, I wasn't allowed to go there because it was on the highway. Like I couldn't walk there with my friends because it was on the highway, and clearly I would be abducted.
Well, I think you can get there
Yeah, that's what I said to her.
by Main Street.
No, you can, but it's like Stewart's itself is on the highway and you would be seen.
You can,
What if you
can
just-
get picked up
But
there
there's like
easily.
benches and stuff like on the sides and behind. What if
No.
you sat there?
She's allowed to eat at any place that's in a dark alley, just nothing that's on a highway.
Listen, I was my mom and dad's only baby, so I still am, as far as I know. My mom and dad's
Yeah,
only
I
baby.
was.
Oh wait, so they were afraid that people driving on the highway would see you
Would abduct me.
there? Oh, okay.
What they were really afraid of were people on the highway would see her at Stewart's, and I'd be like, did you see the Mom Brain child over at Stewart's? How disgusting.
Their probably biggest fear was that I would get fat, and then I did that. So joke's on them.
Well, you know, I thought they would go to Stewart's because it's motorcycle friendly.
No, absolutely not. I don't think they've ever eaten there.
Oh yeah, you don't even like root beer, do
I
you?
hate root beer.
That's
I
She
don't
doesn't
just
like
not
it.
That
like it.
makes
She
sense.
loves
You know what though? They root beer floats look so enticing to
you
me.
can have one with a Coke.
Well, and so
What's a Coke float?
I've tried a Coke float
beer
before,
float.
and I don't like vanilla Coke. I don't like Dr. Pepper. So I might have a cherry Coke float. I might find that acceptable.
That sounds good.
Not on my watch.
We got to go to the old Coke factory then.
In Atlanta?
But that might be on a highway too.
It's a long trip for ice cream.
Sorry, guys, I'm out. I mean, unless I've got some kind of protection.
Can I just say, they fold the sleeves so nice in the store.
You know why? You gotta.
They take a
Oh,
class.
whoa.
Excuse me.
You gotta
Whoa.
hang
You
it
gotta
up.
fold them this way first, once,
Garbage. No, you
and
can't
then
even-
back. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so
gotta
it's like
turn the
inside,
cup the
then
wrong way,
outside.
and then.
All right, now that we got our usual shirt and ice cream discussion out of the way, let's get to some
I'm pretty
Nintendo.
sure
And,
Oh,
and after the podcast, we might just go get a little ice cream on the shirt and then discuss that.
we'll make sure to point it out to everybody if that
Somebody's
happens.
smoking.
I smell it. We have our weekly Twitter question for you guys, which we will read your answers to later.
What's
so
the question? How
if-
often do you tweet? That's what it should be. It's like the weekly Twitter question is just a question about Twitter.
So, hello, Roth Safi. If you would like to answer, you can go to our Twitter account at GoNintendo Tweet. And surprisingly and unexpectedly
This doesn't
and
work.
very awesomely, I sent out the tweet with a question, and Bill Trinan at Nintendo retweeted it to his followers. So I guess he really likes today's question.
I blew it.
So if you would like to have your answer read, you can do that.
Sun's out, sleeves up. Isn't that the saying? Sun's up, sleeves up.
That's it. All right. I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted because you know how 2 weeks ago we had a huge disaster on the site and everything fell apart?
Yeah.
Well, this week we're having a different disaster. As far as you guys go, everything's
You're
fine.
cool.
You're
Yeah.
cool. You're great. The site in general is great. So honestly, this is happening. It started yesterday, and I'm dealing with it right now. And to tell you the truth, it's very embarrassing. But hold on one second. I apologize.
I'm gonna need a cool wet rag for this.
I'm gonna need
shirt.
one.
I'm gonna need a cool wet shirt.
Okay. So yeah, if you are on the site, Lord Nutt says Bill Truman, wasn't he fired? Very good, Lord Nutt. Very good. If you are on the site right now, if you've been on the site for the last, I'm trying to think of how I can say it without getting in trouble. If you know what's ridiculous, it's my site, and I have to think about how to say stuff without getting in trouble. If you were on the site,
You can
the
either
last
confirm
2
or
weeks
deny that.
after the site crashed, if you have been on the site since then, obviously you saw the redesign, and that's great. You may have noticed something was missing. I can't say what.
Content worthy of coming to the site.
That's it. That's what I've been missing. And if you just visited the site within the last 10 minutes, you may have noticed something returned, and you were like, oh, that's disappointing. And then that thing that returned is causing more problems, and you're like, oh, that's really disappointing. I feel the same way. And it's very aggravating because I cannot fully discuss what's going on yet.
Popple. Today's the first time Popple's
Popple, yeah.
logged in. Kidding, Popple.
So it's embarrassing, and we are working on it. And it's a huge, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a solid 9. But after having the site poop the bed, a couple weeks back, now I'm like, well, another problem to work through, just a different set of issues. But
I'm sick and tired of calling home Friday afternoon and hearing him say, I'm freaking out.
I woke up Friday and I was like, man, it's going to be great to have like a weekend where I can enjoy the weekend. Obviously I had you guys here that weekend. Everything went to hell, and that made it much better, and I greatly appreciate it. And then I had the week of getting everything back into the swing of things. And now this week was like a regular week, and I was like, regular weekend, cannot wait. Then Friday, 3 p.m. comes around, and I get an email, and I was like, where is the gun? I want to blow my brains out.
I just went to log into the IRC, and a Scooby-Doo ad took over my screen.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm not supposed. Are you not listening to what I'm talking about? You know all this is going on.
I'm just putting it out there.
I can't believe you said that. I honestly cannot believe you said that.
Great job.
What? Everybody who's going to the site sees it already.
Yes, but I'm sitting here tiptoeing around things as to not get in trouble, and then she's like, hey, did you notice?
Yeah, well.
Should we start over?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So what I'm trying to do right now is fix this issue while I'm doing the show. This issue. So, Mom Brain, could you do me a favor, please?
No, I'm not talking again to the podcast.
Could you do me a favor, please? I would like you to do the first story right here while I try and take care of this on the phone.
My throat is raw and bloody.
Could you please do you want one of them to do it?
Okay, here we go. Here's a rumor. Can't say whether it's true or not. That Spike TV pre-E3 intro has been leaked, and it teases Miyamoto appearance and a reveal by Nintendo. So we're not sure if the contents of the video are real or not, but let's see. It seems, according to Rami Cowboy, to be a legitimate video leak. So there are 3 things that we need to know about this leaked, potentially legitimate video. 1, the analysis of the video shows that some of the names included may be placeholders.
Yeah, so Spike TV
I'm sorry.
This is my story.
Mom Brain is talking.
all right, go ahead.
2,
Go play with your friends on the internet.
according to Rami Cowboy at GoNintendo.com, names included could be placeholders for planned appearances or just meaningless placeholders for animation tests. Because they got to put animations in there, so they just want to make sure they work.
Everybody knows they got to put animations in there.
This is what my end of the year review goes like at school. It's just a bunch of.
You talk about Miyamoto?
And 3, there has been no official comment on this leak from any parties named, which makes it a little fishy, because if it was totally not real, they'd be like, that is not real, it's a bunch of baloney.
In the past, though, they've said, that's not real, it's a bunch of baloney, and then a day or 2 later, they're like, yeah, it was real.
Well, I don't know that Nintendo has been contacted about this because the entire video has like all different names in it that are part of the game industry. So I don't know if Nintendo specifically has been reached out about this. And if they were reached out to, they wouldn't talk about it.
And this is possibly their E3 video?
Well, every year Spike TV does like pre-E3 show where they show like some trailers. They get some exclusive trailers for games that are going to be playable on the show floor.
Oh, Spike.
So last year they had their pre-E3 show, and it's hosted by like Jeff Keighley, and he shows trailers, and they have game developers there and other stuff like that. So they did a hype reel for that last year. Now this is the same sort of thing, which is apparently leaked, but people have been analyzing the video to see if it's real or not. And what they're saying is like the video itself could be real, but the names could just be put in there as placeholders, just like to test the, because it's, you know, like a
time.
It's like a fancy animation, you know, like I don't even know how to, you know, it's a promo video. So somebody just put in, you know, like Miyamoto and other Reggie's not in there, but other big game developers. So we don't know if the leaked video is it could be these are the people they're trying to get or they're expecting to get and have been in the talks with. B, could be just random names. C, could be completely fake. Oh. But here's the thing. If it is real, if you're putting in placeholder names, you're either far enough along that you know these are the people you're expecting, because I don't see anybody making this animation and putting in placeholder names that are specific to the game industry. You just put in like, you know, name goes here, name goes
John
here.
Q. Public.
You're John, yeah, like appearances by Frank and stuff like that.
Dracula or Gandalf or Al Capone.
Now that would be an E3 special. So I don't know. I don't know which way I'm leaning. Now the other thing is, usually by now we hear about Spike's pre-E3 stuff. Now, as you know, Spike didn't do what's their video game show called? I don't know.
The Game Awards?
Yeah, Spike TV Video Game Awards. They didn't do that last year. Mr. Keighley did it all on his own and made it the best show that they've ever had.
Wait, how did he do it all on his own?
He didn't do it with Spike.
Like, he did everything on his own?
He did the show.
Did he choose all the winners himself?
He did well.
That's not right.
No, he still had like the panel that Spike TV. Well, panel of people he picked, but largely along the same lines. But
was it at his house or something?
Yeah, in his backyard. No, he got a.
Did he pay for it?
Yeah. Yes, well, he also got like advertisers.
He produced the whole thing himself.
Was it perfect?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Was it perfect? No, but it was a. You know what I can? The highest compliment is it was a show I would actually watch again,
and it paid respect to the medium that they're celebrating, not made fun of it.
And they had like developers come out and announce. They had a couple celebrities come out, but they were celebrities that are actually appearing in games like now. Like he had Kiefer come out for
Sutherland.
Yeah, for Metal Gear Solid.
Oh wow! And, I've
never heard of him.
No, I've never heard that name just by itself.
It's a weird name, right?
His first name is Kiefer.
And they had
like drinkable yogurt.
They had what's his name from Double Fine?
Tim Schafer.
Tim Schafer came out, who's a funny guy. So he came out and had a good speech and introduced stuff.
Did he announce Psychonauts 2?
No, that will never be announced. So yeah, it was a good show. But by now, we usually see this pre-E3 teaser stuff. He's not talking about it at all. Like he's not saying anything, which is unusual. So people are trying to figure out, is Spike TV even doing anything this year?
Maybe?
I don't know. People are trying to figure out if he's still with game trailers. Because he hasn't done anything in a while. I don't know. He's being quiet, obviously on purpose. All I can tell you is he's hanging out with Hideo Kojima, who is also involved in his own mystery.
They've been eating a lot of Doritos and drinking a lot of Mountain Dew.
When you go to the Dorito Pope's house, that's all that you eat. Could you imagine a life of eating nothing but Doritos and Mountain Dew?
Yes. Well, not the Mountain Dew. I was gonna say talk to
it's called
JTS.
college.
It wouldn't be a very long one.
For me, it was Funyuns and Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
green, everything green.
You
I think that might be worse.
Stop
Oh
teasing
God,
me.
I loved a Funyun.
So yeah, this animation very interesting. Obviously, it's super exciting if it is true because Miyamoto is going to be there. It says there's going to be a reveal from Nintendo. It also says somebody Pokemon related is going to be in there. So pretty cool stuff. And the other thing is that kind of falls in line with how Jeff Keighley ran the show last year, because the show he did on his own, he got a major Nintendo exclusive. He had like 6 minutes of The Legend of Zelda Wii U. So like he made it a point to get more Nintendo content on the show. So if this is actually happening, it would make sense with that. But as of right now, just rumor. I haven't read anything that confirms or denies it either way. Certainly wishful thinking and fun to speculate, but E3 is right around the corner. So we'll find out soon enough if it's the real deal or not.
Which means the end of the school year is also right around the corner. 20 days.
Summer vacation.
All right, Mom Brain.
You want me to do the European downloads for this week?
No.
There was another story before that, but it was like a review, so I figured no.
No, you're forgetting the most important part. I'll take the iPad. I need to read comments.
Oh, hold on then. Let me just.
Your issue that you were dealing with earlier should be resolved.
Let's just say those middling kids have been taken care of.
Let's just say
Listen, I'm
they
sorry.
would have been
I
caught if it
thought
wasn't for you. Thought
it was
yeah.
like the picture situation. I thought I was playing it cool.
Did we talk about that
and
on the
helping
podcast?
out.
How was that playing it cool? You outright said what was
I
going
thought that
on.
might. I don't know. I
He's dancing around the subject. You know what I should do to help? Say exactly what he's talking about. Well, you know what? You said it, not me. So.
Right. I thought I was helping.
Well, it's okay. You're forgiven.
I know.
Did we talk about that on the podcast when I went to get pictures printed out? Nintendo related. So Walmart has this rule where you need to get the artist's permission to print out and to have them print anything.
Oh, okay.
So like I had pictures off the internet and I wanted to print them and frame them, those things.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to Walmart and I was like, Mom Brain, I'll talk to him. It'll be fine. And she was standing next to me. And we gave him the thing, the memory card with the stuff we wanted printed. And right away, the guy's like, do you have the artist's permission to do this stuff? And what did you say?
I don't remember.
She like freaked out, like thought she was going to jail, and she's like, "Oh, what? He works for a Nintendo site, so it's okay. It's totally fine. Everything's all right." And on his card, it says "Go Nintendo" too, so it's okay. And I was like, you know how that one scene in Family Guy where Stewie looks at Brian and he's like,
Right.
"That's exactly what I was like." I looked at her like, "What are you doing?" So the guy walked away, and I said to her, "Leave. Just walk away." Get away from me.
Just walk
She
over.
acted like we were like breaking a huge law or something. I was like, Jesus Christ, I just want to frame something in my
Turn
house.
his whole life upside down, face boy or whatever. And then
That's what it is. Yeah,
Oh,
that's exactly the joke.
Playing it cool.
So anyway, first comment comes from Lewd Party. And he says, pretty dope graphics. Reminded me of Ramiel the Fifth Angel from Evangelion. So if I had to take a guess, Star Fox? He's guessing what game they would actually show. I mean, I'm down for more Star Fox. So, oh yeah, I should
that's
say
right.
this. Oh, let me prepare first because I want to get it correct. This is. I want to point this out. This is a serious thing. So bite your tongue on making any jokes. For just a second.
I don't know. Can't do it.
I want to do proper respects here.
I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at.
Okay.
The other thing, I wasn't doing like
Oh, are those
3.
sleeve rolling instructions?
Yeah,
Okay.
pull it all the way up.
Can you send those?
We would like to send our heartfelt condolences to Nintendo because unfortunately today his 12-year-old dog passed away.
Oh,
Misty.
I'm very
Oh,
sorry.
So that's why he's not with us
Dan.
in the podcast. He said he took time to tell me he wasn't going to be here watching us. Like, I completely understand.
Yeah, that's never easy.
He
Misty?
said, I've been there. Yes.
That was my grandfather's dog.
I completely get it.
Good dog.
And he says she went peacefully, so that's good.
Oh my
Was she
But-
named after Misty from Pokemon?
Well, Pokemon's been around longer than 12 years, so it's a possibility, but probably not. But yeah, 12-year-old dog. So it had a good life. And it wasn't it happened quick, but things were going
never
on. It was an
prepared.
older dog.
That's true.
So we're sorry to hear that. And I bring it up because I also have work from Dan to share. He put in a lot of time with Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker, which is a 3DS game. He put in a lot of time with the game and gave us a really great detailed review. So if you're looking for a very intricate look at the game and what it's about, check out Dan's review. Like I said, he put in a lot of work into it. So thank you for that, Dan. First comment on his review is, I've always, from the Keys Effect, he says, I've always heard great things about this game and its prequel. And as an SMT fan and partial SRPG fan, it should be a no-brainer. But one thing always keeps me away, the art style. There's just something about it that I don't like, which is weird, because I liked Dorarora, the anime done by the same artist. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That is strange, because it's the same type. Anyway, great review, Nintendo. I'll be sure to get past my gripes about the art style and give it a try. Now, see, the Keys Effect, that's a level-headed man. Hello, Joe Shabadoo. Yes.
I was just thinking how humorous it would be if any time you or Dan posted Dan's review, he comments first and just says first.
He's like up even more than I am all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if that would happen.
Who was that guy that used to post first, like, all the time?
It's like everybody on it, and
Yeah,
it still happens.
But like his avatar was Carmen Sandiego or something.
Santiago.
Oh, yeah, I think that was it.
Legend
of Santiago. Yeah, he's still around. He's definitely still around, but he's moved past that.
Well, yeah.
I see his avatar quite often,
He
actually.
had a really good record going.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, between doing that, like, that's like the internet equivalent of going to a concert and yelling "Free Bird." Everybody still does it.
On the site, when you're posting comments, your comment we have a character limit, so you can't go in and just type first. Like, it won't take that comment, so you can't just go in and type one word.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't like he was just
save a couple words and he's like, "I can't
You can
believe I
say
am the
first.
I cannot believe I am the first post on this. I cannot believe it."
But I mean, it's not like he was actually typing just the word first. He was actually, making an actual comment. It just happened
which
to be
is
the
even
first
tougher.
one. Yeah.
Because while he's sitting there typing out that comment, somebody else can come in and go first.
He's got them pre-made, ready to go. Just slots them in, like very generic discussion about, and it could be about any game, and he just pops.
I'm super excited about this.
In there.
I'm super excited about this video game from Nintendo.
Keys Effect says he really was a legend. Europe, this week's digital download: Swords and Soldiers 2. Remember the WiiWare title? It's got its sequel on the Wii U. It's a 2D strategy game. I would liken it to tower defense, which is a genre I really don't like, but maybe you like it. Check out the trailer. Obviously, a lot of hard work went into it. It's all hand-drawn 2D style, so it looks gorgeous.
What does the D stand for?
Dimensional.
Okay, just making sure.
2D. Kirby's Epic Yarn, the Wii game, is now available for download on the Wii U.
2 dogs.
In Europe, so if you missed out on that Wii game, you could download it on your Wii U. Baila Latino is a dancing game available for the Wii U.
Some salsa.
A dance game that will bring so much fun to all of your family and friends. American Latin music is suitable for all ages and makes both children and adults alike dance, creating an atmosphere of great amusement in front of the TV. I know. 20 hit songs have been hand-selected, and the game has been created with the choreography of professional dancers Carlo Romano and Vera Sokolova.
Carlo Romano, isn't that a cheese?
And they're from the prestigious Carolyn Smith Dance Academy. I mean, we've all heard of it before. You can play alone or with up to 3 friends at the same time. Lyrics of the song that is... This is worded very weirdly. Lyrics of the song that is playing will appear on the Wii U gamepad, so others can sing along while you're dancing. So even if you don't want to dance, you can sing. That's the only song I know from one of those games, and I don't think it has lyrics.
Do they have any Miami Sound Machine?
It's 20 songs off Miami Sound Machine. Shiny the Firefly has a free demo. Paper Mario is available. The N64 game is on the Wii U Virtual
Paper
Console.
Mario that we were rumoring about a couple
out
weeks
already,
ago?
yeah. Believe it or not, this rumor was about the original Paper Mario. Lots of special offers, blah, blah, blah. There's a 3DS demo for Adventure Bar Story. Codename Steam.
Bar Story?
Yes. Adventure Bar Story is an RPG set in a fantasy world in which you go on adventures with party members and manage a bar. Your bar is facing a hostile takeover by the rich restaurant owner Gustav. Gustav is a powerful man, and he will try to drive you out of business and force you to sell the bar. Best way to defend a takeover? Win the crowd. Become the most popular bar in town, so even Gustav can't touch you. Collect ingredients to make dishes by visiting other towns and dungeons. Levels are gained in the game by... How do you gain levels in this game?
Ascendant shards.
By eating.
Oh.
Raise your bar's rank via sales at the bar and by performing while in the cooking contest held at your castle. Or at the castle. Raising your bar's rank advances the story and allows you to visit new towns and dungeons. Work hard to become the top place to eat in the kingdom. There you go. Anyway, Codename Steam has another theme available as of yesterday. Has another theme. And lots of special offers. So there you go, my friends. There's your European downloads for the week. First comment comes from Haley, and they say, I will only buy this if I can use the gamepad. I somehow couldn't with Kirby's Adventure Wii. I'm sorry to hear that. IGN has reported that Mr. Iwata is not attending E3. This will be his second year not attending, but they wanted to point out that Miyamoto will be there.
Oh, we saw this already.
This is as of May 18th, so no. Not podcast. I mean, you may have seen it earlier in the week.
Or maybe last week it was like rumored that he might not be making it.
I don't know. The official statement is Nintendo's focus for E3 this year will be showcasing the many games we have coming for both Wii U and 3DS. Mr. Miyamoto and other members of the development team will be in Los Angeles to explain these games and the unique experiences that each offers. Burp. Mr. Iwata's focus in this period will be other areas of our business that require his presence in Japan. So there you go. Iwata's hanging back for a second year and sending out Miyamoto and others to do the dirty work. Elf Tarot says, I have the feeling with his health and many responsibilities, coupled with the fact that they're now doing more digital events, that this will be the normal going forward. Yeah, it seems like it makes sense. Unless they do another traditional show.
Is he unhealthy?
He went through some health issues, yeah.
Is he doing better?
Better now, yeah.
He had bile duct surgery.
He returned to normal business a few months ago. But yeah, he was out for a little while. Working from home, they said, but still.
And by that, it means he's sitting home playing Wii U games.
Yeah, no, he plays PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah, it's research, right?
That's right. I want to thank you guys again for your support of the Parents Play series. Sonic Advance 3 is what they played last week. And that was our quickest growing video ever in the series.
What do you mean growing? Like it actually
got the most views in the shortest amount of time, and now it is, I think, second most viewed overall.
I thought you meant it was like organic in some way.
Second most viewed overall and only had a week. And the top most viewed is Super Mario 64 when my parents played that, which I think is at somewhere. I think it's at like 6,000 views or something like that. And Sonic is right behind it at 5. So thank you for that. And now this week we have our new video where I gave my parents a game that they are a game in a franchise that they've never played. It was also outside of their comfort zone when it came to playing games. They played Punch-Out on the Wii. And they opted to play traditional NES-style controls over motion controls. So you can check that out and see if either one of them can manage to get past Glass Joe. But trying to decide if I should tell this story on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Tell it?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll preface it with...
Yeah. Okay. So... You know, my parents grew up in a different generation.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, there were certain things that were said that today would be considered offensive.
If you guys saw Louis C.K.'s monologue from SNL last week,
yes,
you know where this is going.
So,
wait, does your dad write for Louis C.K.?
That's it, yeah.
Louis C.K.?
Louis C.K. So...
not Louis C.K., the famous one, Louis.
When I was playing,
you said Louis, you said it right.
You said it correctly. Okay. When I was picking it, or actually, I didn't pick the game. Well, kind of picked it. I asked you guys for suggestions, and one of you guys suggested Punch-Out, and I thanked you in the video for the suggestion. So I picked Punch-Out on the way. And every game I pick, I run through my head how my parents will do with it, like what if it'll be too much for them to understand, blah, 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 blah.
Too many buttons.
Too many buttons, exactly. And every once in a while, I'll hit on something where I'm like, oh, I can't do this one because I know my dad will say something off color. So this week, we did Punch-Out. And my dad's a huge boxing fan. And I grew up with him watching boxing. And I knew he was going to say something that people would take offense to. But for some reason, in my mind, I was like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He knows he's not supposed to say anything like that when he's playing. I won't bring it up. I should have brought it up because I ended up having to edit part of it, which was a huge pain in the ass. But this was commonly said, not just in boxing, but in wrestling, professional wrestling, for a very long time. We'll just stick with boxing. When a boxer is beaten to like a pulp, like really had the crap knocked out of him and he's dazed and confused, they used to say he was on Queer Street. Can't exactly say that nowadays. I know Queer Street came from like in London and there's a whole different backstory, but you don't say it nowadays because it's offensive. And I completely understand that. And I also understand 100% that's not how my dad means it. Like he's saying queer as in how it used to be, which was just weird. I think if you look it up in the dictionary, it's just weird or strange. But obviously it's taken on a different connotation since then.
What's his face in Twin Peaks says it?
Yes. Yeah. I was just watching
a lot of
video
people say
about
it in that sense of being strange,
especially like more in the UK side of things. They say it over, but over here has a negative connotation. Obviously, my dad doesn't mean it like that, but I knew people would be offended by it. So we're playing. Lil Mac gets knocked out, and he's like, "Oh, he's on Queer Street," and I'm like, "Oh." I was like, I know I have to edit it out because if I said anything during the video, he'd be like, I don't mean it as offensive to gay people. Like it would have turned into a whole thing. I know he doesn't mean it like that. I took it out of the clip, but it was just funny because I was like, I knew I should have said something because if it's boxing related, I know at some point he's going to say that. But yeah, I just want to make it very, like you can look it up. You can look up the history of that phrase in boxing. It's been said forever. But yeah, the meaning was just supposed to, the original meaning, the definition in the dictionary was strange or weird. And obviously today it's hurtful.
Weird Street.
Yeah, he definitely didn't mean it offensively because I don't know if he knows anything about homosexuals or anything.
He doesn't know they exist. No, I should also say that. Like my dad's got nothing against gay people at all. It's just I knew leaving that in. Like you said, you never heard that phrase before. Someone would have heard him say that and been like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I said the equivalent today is spaghetti legs. I hear that all the time too. He's on spaghetti legs, which is not unless you. I guess if you worship the flying spaghetti monster, that would be offensive. But outside of that, no. So yeah, you can watch him play Punch-Out. I'm not telling you how far they make it.
Actually, as an Italian, I take offense to spaghetti legs.
Spaghetti legs is offensive to Italians. I'm not telling you how far they make it.
Sunday's pasta day. You got old spaghetti legs walking away from the dinner table.
Tilton says Tolkien used queer in his books sometimes. So says the Keys Effect as well.
And Tolkien was English.
And Omnicron Turtle says, yeah, in context, using queer wasn't offensive. Yeah, that's my whole point. It wasn't said in an offensive way. It wasn't meant to be offensive. But I know some people would take it the wrong way. And rather than get my dad in trouble, he didn't. With no intention of him meaning it that way, I just took it out of the video.
And despite the fact that you explained everything in detail,
people will
still get offended that you even said something.
And Guybon says, please don't offend my pasta. We have information on how to enter the Nintendo World Championships. You'll have to be at one of these select locations around the United States. San Francisco.
It's real easy. But for anyone in the world, it's really difficult because you have to go to very specific places.
Yes. Torrance, Miami, Florida, Schaumburg, Illinois, Maple Grove, Minnesota, Long Island City, Dallas, Texas, and Tacoma, Washington.
Long Island City,
New York, yes.
Again, It's like an awkward place to get to.
Long Island City, Long Island, New York, New York.
No,
So
it's not
people
Long
are
Island.
very
Well, it
upset
kind of
about
is,
this
but
being
no.
called the Nintendo World Championships, but it only involves the
Part of
United States.
It's right between like Queens and
It's
Brooklyn,
like that
I guess.
town that's called Jersey Shore, even though it's in Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania,
yeah.
not near the beach. I hate that.
Jumpman FR says, it's funny how Nintendo World Championships are only for the United States. There you go. So I'm sorry.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, Manhattan. They can enter right at. Why not enter at the Nintendo World Store or something? No, you got to go take the train and get over there. Get over there, make a left.
Your accent is offensive to me. Your Irish accent is
offensive.
I did my review this week of Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition. Just the Mario Brothers Edition side of it. This week will be the Puzzle and Dragons side of it. Because in Japan they released the titles as 2 games. They were separate. In North America, we have both games on 1 cartridge. So I felt it was important to review them separately. So you got your Mario Brothers style review this week. I like it, and it's way more difficult and way more challenging than you might expect a Match 3 to be, and that is by design. Much more detailed and intricate. A lot of RPG elements in there. Tons of strategy elements. So keep that in mind if you're looking to pick up the game. And you can read my review as well. Casey44 says, great review. Love the demo. We'll be picking this up on day 1. Or no, he says, we'll be picking this up one day. This pleases my dragon. Yeah, I really did like it. I'm still playing it now. It's very challenging. You have to make sure you build the right teams. Otherwise, you get screwed over very quickly. Okay, we had an Iwata Asks this week for Splatoon, which is right around the corner. I believe the last global test fire event is today. I don't remember the time, but it's today, I think. It's the 23rd, right? It's today?
Today's the 23rd.
Yes, then it is today. So you can get in on the game for another hour today if you manage to, or if you missed out on the other ones. You'll especially want to get in on this. So the Iwata Ask is up and had a whole bunch of information, but Guy Bonds asked me if Super Mario Brothers Edition of Puzzle and Dragons is more or less hot than Honey Pop. Unfortunately, it's a lot less hot. The hotness level on this game is a 1 maybe at most. So if you're looking for the hotness aspect, yeah, you have to go Honey Pop definitely, which will never be on a Nintendo system ever. So do you want to ask one? There were a whole bunch of features how the game was in development, blah, blah, blah. You can read the breakdown on the site, but I'd like to, and they also have some in development screens as they were working on the game. But the one real interesting point I want to talk about is the farts going on here. The game originally started out with tofu blocks, and they were testing like tofu blocks shooting each other, and then they changed that to let me get the order right. I think they changed that to bunnies after that. And I said they wanted they wanted a character where you could easily see like the ink being splattered on them, and I thought big bunny ears would help, like when they got painted, would give you a better look at like who was painted, what color, and all that crap. And I actually have a screenshot of the bunny with his little water ink gun.
And he's so gray.
Oh.
And then they changed it to a humanoid character, and they're like, that's not really working. Then they changed it to the squid, which is where we're at now.
It's funny because ink, paint, squid.
Well,
simple.
The commercial. There are many commercials with bad songs in all of them, but the one that is driving everybody nuts is a commercial where some girl's singing in an annoying voice, and like the last, like I want to say, like 6 seconds are her singing, "You're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid now, you're a squid," over and over again. It's so terrible. So I was like, "You're a tofu now, you're a rabbit now, you're a human now, you're a squid now."
You know,
sounds like my day at school.
It still doesn't really make sense that you're a kid, but then when you jump into your own ink or paint, you turn back into a squid. But like, that doesn't work for tofu or rabbits.
Well, tofu was just basically an excuse, like just a block to move around, like something to control, to play.
But still, like anything, even the humanoid character, the humanoid, I guess you would justify getting into it and then like swimming through it and recharging that way or anything. But like, I feel like the squid just that changed the mechanic.
Autosaver says not even Nintendo cares about Mario Sunshine. You'll know what he's talking about if you read the whole thing. Obviously, people want to see Mario Sunshine DLC for Splatoon because they think Mario and Flood would fit in the game great, which, you know, it would be fun DLC. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that in the future. And Mitchy Mouse says, Mitchy Mouse, which is a great name, says, I frequently jump into my own ink. See, another one. Europe, share your artistic creations on YouTube as you learn to draw with Art Academy 8-Leer. It's coming to the Wii U, finally. It's coming out over there June 26th. You'll be able to use the gamepad to create wonderful pieces of art. I won't be able to do anything because I suck at art, but I would love to see what Kirby could do.
I suck at arting.
Lavida says, so basically the update for Sketchpad that never happened costs 26 euros now. Edit, just noticed that I painted my avatar with Sketchpad. Now that's great. In Japan, the 8 gig model of the Wii U is apparently discontinued, which is not a surprise. We've seen like all kinds of weird things happening with the 8 gig model over here as well. They plan on keeping the white model, but it'll be, you know, they'll release a 32 gig white console in June. So if you want the 8 gig model, you're going to have to, in Japan anyway, you're going to have to track it down now because it will soon be disappearing. But I think most of us went with the 32 gig anyway. Duker says,
I don't know what the Wii U, they come in different sizes.
Yeah, the basic and the premium.
And pies of all sizes.
Did I even buy my
We're ready to party. We're ready. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
I'm sick.
Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends.
That one
Come
says
on
I'm
in,
sick.
it's time to party with Garfield and friends.
Duker says, and no tears for shit.
Duker is a great name.
Stick it in the Duker. In the
Duker. I don't know if I even bought my Wii U or if the stranger bought it. I think the stranger.
I don't know either. What color is it?
Black.
32 gig.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon is launching this winter. What is it? It's the latest chapter in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. It's coming to the 3DS. The whole series has sold more than 13 million units worldwide, which is a big deal because roguelikes don't really sell all that well. But if you stick Pokemon in them, then it sells.
What kind of game?
Roguelike.
Roguelike.
What the heck does that mean?
The only other
Permadeath.
The only
randomly
other
generated dungeons.
Yes.
And
the only other
Permadeath.
example I could give you is Sheeran the Wanderer, which I know you haven't played. Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, that was one.
Rogue Legacy.
It's different from like Final Fantasy, where
Yes.
it's random battles but not dungeons.
This is you move in randomly made dungeons, and it's basically you don't see a grid, but you move like you're on a grid, like square by square. And as you move, enemies will also move. So every step you take, they'll take a step, but if you don't move, they don't move. And then, you know, you can get close to each other and attack, and your attacks will have certain, like a arrow attack could go 3 squares, but a sword attack has to be 1 square next to you, stuff like that. I actually like them a lot. I know they're not popular here, but I like Sheeran the Wanderer a lot, and I played a lot of Chocobo Mystery Dungeon. I think that's what it was called. It's just Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is
Chocobo
popular because it has Pokemon in it.
Choco Bay, right?
Oh.
Bay.
Choco.
Hanging out with my Choco Bay. Take a look.
The Dreaming Hawk says, yes, thank you, Spike Chunsoft. I've been waiting so damn long. He says, darn. But Spike Chunsoft does Sheeran the Wanderer, so they know how to do roguelikes.
What
Seriously,
happened to
GTI, what?
Hudson.
They got
Konami bought them, and then now Konami's dying. He says, GTI was my favorite in the series. I'm excited to see how they can top it. Yeah, it's sad that Hudson, like, Konami was like, we'll snatch up Hudson's properties, we'll do nothing with them, and then we'll die. They're not dead yet. But.
Konami?
What's
Konami.
the Sweet 16 party?
Yeah, we've talked about this for weeks. All their trouble with Kojima. What the hell else do they put out? They have soccer. They have Metal Gear. You tell me another thing they do that's popular.
Contra.
I take it back. That's popular that they actually make anymore.
Well,
they don't.
They did a new Contra.
When?
4 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago.
That DS one? Look up when that came out. Yeah, that was a while ago.
What was it called? Contra
4.
Contra 4.
And then didn't they start doing like reimagined, or what were they called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They put out like a new Contra game, but that was not called Contra, but it was Contra.
Oh, you mean Hardcore Uprising? On
Something. Yeah.
Xbox Arcade.
Yeah, but they also did like new versions of old games. Like Contra 4 was kind of like the first.
Oh, you're talking about Rebirth.
Yeah.
On WiiWare, yeah. So that was a while ago too.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did Castlevania Rebirth, which I really liked. Yeah, but that was still years and years ago.
But Castlevania is Konami? I don't even remember. Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, Castlevania is Konami.
What am I looking up? Contra?
Konami.
Konami
used to be. I don't need to tell you. Konami used to be like king of the hill.
They never should have sold the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license.
Right.
2007.
See, long time ago, 8 years. That was your last like brand new official Contra game. Oh no, I guess Rebirth counts. Whatever it was called. That was good too. I like that too. There's a complete version of Star Fox 2 out there, according to Dylan Cuthbert from Q Games, who worked on many Star Fox games. He says, we all know that there's a version of Star Fox 2 that leaked on the internet, but it was incomplete, and it was the older build. He says there is definitely a finished Japanese version of Star Fox 2. He says, I don't know where it is. I don't know what Nintendo's done with it, but it is out there. He says, I don't think they'll ever release it, but it's not completely impossible. And if you don't know, Star Fox 2 was the sequel to Star Fox, which was in development for the Super Nintendo. But then they put that aside when they decided to move on to the Nintendo 64 and made Star Fox 64, which was bundled with the Rumble Pack, which became a huge success. So Star Fox 2 is out there. You can play. You can illegally download a ROM. But Mr. Cuthbert says it's not the full game. It's not the newest build that was available. But that is out there. It just hasn't been leaked by anyone. And me being a huge Star Fox fan, I would love to play it. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, though. Cube Enigma says, that would be great if this year's surprise virtual console game was this game. Or Mother 3. And then he has a frowny face. Yeah, because both of those probably have little to no chance of happening. North America, this week's digital downloads. We got Puzzle and Dragon Z plus Puzzle and Dragon Super Mario Brothers Edition. We also got Swords and Soldiers, just like Europe. On the Wii U Virtual Console, we got Mega Man Zero 2, the classic Game Boy Advance game. We also got the Super Nintendo title Super EDF, which stands for Earth Defense Force. It's a Super Nintendo shoot-'em-up. You guide your special mechanized fighter, the XA-1, against mysterious alien forces known as Agaima. Protect the Earth from the enemy invasion by using various high-tech weapons. Dodge enemy attacks as you fly through 6 areas of super fast, side-scrolling action, and intense firepower.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Just a day ago, Games Radar had an article about one thing that Konami hasn't quite yet destroyed of Kojima, I guess, of his existence there, and it was a cherry blossom tree that he planted at the Kojima LA's production studio or whatever it's called.
My brain, I don't appreciate that language.
That it is. They said it looks like it's not doing well, but it's still there, and they haven't destroyed it or removed it yet. And it's like the last thing left in with a relationship or whatever between Kojima and Konami.
You want to hear a funny story about Games Radar? I'm not going to name names, but a few years ago, I got an email from someone at Games Radar, and they're like, "Why don't you attribute Games Radar stories to Games Radar. I was like, I do. I link to a story, and I start off every Games Radar post by saying, coming from a Games Radar feature or article or review. And they're like, from now on, could you put Games Radar in the title of your story? And I was like, okay. So I did that. And 6 months went by, and I got an email. And somebody was like, why are you putting Games Radar in the title of your post? I was like, because some of the Games Radar told me to. And they're like, no, you don't have to do that. It's overkill. Don't do it. And I was like, okay. So I just stopped posting Games Radar because I had no idea what to do anymore. And I haven't had any emails since.
I thought you were going to say that they made a big deal about stuff that you posted before they got the information and posted an article about it. So then, like, they're saying, well, why aren't you attributing it to us? Well, because I didn't get it from you. You posted it days later.
Which has happened as well for Square Enix.
It must be a real communication problem over Games Radar.
There's also another company.
Somebody fell off the radar, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't. Well, there's another outlet I do that with. And I'll let you figure out which one. And it's for the same reason. If you are on the site often and pay attention to the stories, then you already know who it is. Also available this week in North America is BlockyBot on the Wii U. Journey of a Special Average Balloon on the Wii U, which apparently can be played in full in less than 20 minutes. You can watch the full playthrough on Nintendo's YouTube channel.
But just be warned, spoiler alert.
Shapes of Grey is available. Shiny the Firefly has a demo. Stone Shire, which is a Minecraft clone, is available. Vector Assault, which is a Geometry Wars clone, is available. And Samurai Defender is available. Yeah, you know, I speaking of Games Radar, I see Joe Shabadoo talking about it in the chat. Speaking of Games Radar, I really started to get turned off by them when they started their week of hate, and it was a week of just asshole stories. And then at the end of the week, they would tout how it was the highest week of traffic they had all year. So now they do it every year. And I was like, you know, that's not my style. So I was like, where's the week of love? And then they started to do a week of love, and then they just gave up on it.
Week ever.
Yeah, right. This just in: love sucks, hate rules. Mando Bardank-Jusik. Okay. Mando Bardan
Are you
Jusik.
making this up?
Speaking in tongues. Says, sigh.
My internet just keeps dying.
When will we get another N64 or Wii game? I want Kirby's Return to Dreamland and the N64 Goemon games, darn it. Yeah, I love that too. But again, you know, Konami. I always want more Mystical Ninja. I've been mad at Konami since they didn't bring that DS Mystical Ninja our way. Mom Brain, I meant to reset the internet today, but I got that phone call and I forgot. So next week we'll try that for you.
Godspeed with the music. We'll see what happens.
I mean, it's got to be something with your computer.
Well, I've tried everything they've said except for resetting the Wi-Fi. I mean, which doesn't mean that I've tried everything.
Yeah, but that only lasts for you for a certain amount of time. Nintendo UK says that their marketing campaign for Splatoon matches that of Mario Kart 8. So if you're wondering,
I'm leaving.
So if you're wondering how
You're good, Kirby.
much marketing spend Nintendo is putting forth with Splatoon, now you know in the UK it's as big as Mario Kart. Nintendo
Seriously,
UK marketing manager
Chandra
Nair says, we have a substantial campaign plan for Splatoon. To give you an idea of the scale, we're matching Mario Kart 8. That's the potential we think Splatoon has. We have the utmost confidence in the potential of Splatoon. It gives retailers a fantastic art style that stands out in-store or on-screen, and also offers various upsell opportunities with the accompanying amiibo. It's a really interesting game for us because it allows us to expand out to a group of people who may have never considered Wii U before. If you're wondering what this campaign includes, it will have digital billboards, cinema ads. They're playing ads in movie theaters ahead of Tomorrowland for kids and Mad Max for adults. They got a sponsorship deal with Cartoon Network, and they are already running a digital campaign online. And there's even a skate park in Corby that has gotten a Splatoon makeover because one of the maps in Splatoon is a skate park, and they've taken this skate park and made it over with Splatoon colors and logos and all that jazz. So a big push for Splatoon, no?
Yeah, what do you think about tomorrow? And it's not really getting very good reviews.
Entity says, excellent, really hope this game does well. I just wanted to read that. I didn't. When did it come out?
Last week.
Oh, I didn't even know it came out.
I think last week, and it's not getting good reviews. Maybe this is past.
So it just didn't look all that interesting to me.
I'm just a little surprised that it's not as good as I would have expected coming from Brad Bird.
He was going to do Star Wars, right? And he did Tomorrowland instead.
I'm not sure, but I just know he did.
Good call, Brad.
He did the most recent Mission Impossible, which turned out to be really good. And
I've never seen any of those movies.
But it comes from Pixar, and like
not into Scientology.
The majority of Pixar films are wonderful. Like only lately have they kind of started to slip because it's more about just making money and like
what? What slipped?
Cars wasn't Cars.
Cars was the worst.
That's the one franchise.
Cars 2, Planes.
Cars. The first one.
Cars.
The first one didn't do badly. The second one did poorly. And then they did like Planes and Planes 2 or whatever. And those are doing poorly.
Well, yeah, I think their whole franchise is garbage. I was thinking you meant something outside of that.
No, but now they're also going to do a Toy Story 4. So they're just like pumping out the sequels.
Still haven't seen Toy Story 2 or 3.
Even Toy Story 2
you know
and 3 were like part of their
plan. Go ahead.
Toy Story 2 and 3 was still part of their plan. Like it wasn't like they just tacked it on.
You know what the plan is? This is the plan. The all $80.
But like once that started dictating what they were going to do, once that money started dictating their decisions, things started to slip.
The what?
The shekels.
Well, Nikki Hill, now you know why movies get made.
Yes.
Money? No, I thought it was enjoyment. It was a service to the
whatever enjoyment people have when they start making movies is long gone after the movies.
The only movies that are made for everyone, the viewers' enjoyment are.
All right, if we're talking about Pixar, let's talk about the new movie. What do you think?
Toy Story?
I wasn't done with my thought. It's probably for the best. What?
Their new movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
About like inside people's heads, like.
I think it has like I don't know anything about it.
I think
it has potential to be like kind of like an important topic.
I think it would be good, but I don't.
It's a weird concept,
especially for kids. Like I don't see kids seeing that and being like, "I want to see this."
Yeah, but I'm sure we don't know everything there is to know about it. So information, you know.
Wait, what's this new one called?
I don't remember. It's like Inside Out or something.
It's Herman's
Head.
Like
all the
Herman's Head, the movie.
It's about like all the feelings you have, but they represent them
with characters. It's Herman's Head.
So like you'll see a person, you'll see like a little girl like afraid of something, and then they zoom into her head, and there's like a little like green character that's nervous about everything.
God, I'm sure.
Oh, G-Mancer has the first information on Toy Story 4. He says this one features all adult toys.
Nice.
Like real toys.
Woody.
Oh yeah, like that movie with Eddie Murphy. What was it called? Dave. It's like an animated version of that.
Oh God, man!
I just call it.
Remember Dave?
Herman's Head. It's the only thing that I can think.
Dave, yeah, the movie about the president, right?
No, that's another silly Kevin Kline movie about a Dave. He's talking about the Dave.
My mom loves that movie, and I'm like, what? Like what a fart of a movie to say, like, man, I really love that movie. It's like it's not like offensive. It's not even bad. It's not the only time.
It's not the only time that story's been told. Like, oh, somebody who looks like the president.
Kevin Kline.
Swap him out.
Is that his name, Kevin Kline?
Yeah, Kevin Kline.
He's a fart. That is the embodiment of a fart.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's a fart.
What is that supposed to mean?
He easily like slots into any role, and he's not great, and he's not bad. He's just
like a fart, of course.
A mild fart.
He's
he's like a poop. He's like diarrhea.
No, diarrhea is extra bad. You know, mild fart. You know, nobody's really impressed by it.
No,
but you know it's there.
He's right. Because it was there. It may be gone. It didn't leave a trace. Like a poop, you might leave a trace. But he's a fart. Like,
right.
You
so
know he's there, but then you can't place it.
There's no skid
You can't place it after.
Kevin Kline leaves no skid marks.
Kevin Kline, yeah, what was he in? He was in that. I'm pretty sure he was in that movie with those characters and the other actors.
See?
But what was the name? I can't place it because he's blown away in the wind like a fart in the wind.
Kevin Kline is a fart in the wind.
Kevin Kline, if you're listening, I find you charming when I...
Whatever. He married Phoebe Cates.
Guybon says, I like Dave and Rat Race. Sue me. Well, if Lube was here, you two could talk forever about how you love
that
the Rat Race.
Race was like a fart.
No, that's worse than a fart. That movie's diarrhea.
Rat Race is a remake of Mad
World.
Fire Emblem Awakening has sold 1.79 million units worldwide, which is pretty damn great.
1.7 mine.
Wasn't really popular outside of Europe and North America. Then Awakening came out, and things took off. And if you'll remember, Nintendo said Awakening might be the last Fire Emblem game for a while because they're not really that popular. So we might have to set things aside for a bit. And then Awakening came out, and people were like, man, this is awesome. And they bought it up.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
it's 1.79 million units sold.
The Robin Williams, Robert De Niro film?
Awakening? Yes. I never saw that.
What have you seen? Everything that comes out
Dave,
of
I've seen Dave.
Oh, okay. Countless times.
I've seen Dave many times.
I've seen Dave and some.
But who's the actor in that?
I've seen
Bill Pullman.
What's the movie about the guy that
the bus that couldn't slow down?
The guy that won the lottery and he's in a coma and Sandra Bullock comes to I don't know.
That's not Kevin Kline.
No, I know, but I'm naming other movies I've seen that are also fart movies.
Yeah, what is that? It was Peter Gallagher or whatever is the actor.
Whatever it is, that's like Dave. Not good, not bad. It's just it's happening. Donnie2112 says, awesome series deserves awesome sales. Awesome.
Oh, Brad Bird did he
directed Dave.
He directed Ratatouille.
And he also says, spoiler.
And the Incredibles and the Iron Giant.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got a lot of good stuff.
Here's a quick bit of news for you.
Perfect.
U.S. Mutual,
really good background.
An American mutual fund company has become the largest shareholder in Nintendo, placing a growing bet on signs of a revival in the Japanese video game company's fortunes. Capital Research and Management, the investment advisor to American Funds family, owned a 16.4% stake in Nintendo as of this week, according to a filing with Japan's finance ministry. That was up from 15.3%. So this company is saying Nintendo is on the up and up. Things are going well. We're hopping in on this, and now they are the largest shareholder in the Capital Research and Management, the American Funds family. Well, so they have a 16.4% stake now. Haley says, more mobile games, Nintendo. Chop, chop, get to work, damn it. And he says, that's what shareholders are saying. All right, there's all your top stories. Let's talk more about Dave.
It's interesting.
I'm interested.
J.J. Abrams directed Mission Impossible 3.
J.J. Abrams.
And then I guess the fourth one is Ghost Protocol. Is that the one? That's the one that Brad Bird directed. And Brad Bird dropped out of. From what I guess
I'm amazed that people. I know it's Mission Impossible, but I'm amazed that
people watch that.
No, that Hollywood is like, oh, I want to give Tom Cruise another role, and he should be in another movie.
I don't think they have much of a choice.
Why?
Did you watch?
I haven't seen any of them.
No, have you watched the Going Clear or whatever?
Yeah, I watched it.
About how Tom Cruise runs Hollywood.
The world.
I only saw the second one. That was John Woo. That was like pretty bad.
Slow-mo, lots of slow-mo.
And pigeons and yeah.
All right, Kirby, what'd you play this week?
The first one was Brian De Palma. Like every one of those movies has had like a notable director attached to it. That's weird. I'm sorry.
It's one of your regular phrases. Can't polish a turd. What did you play this week?
I played more Box Boy.
Box Boy, baby. Because Dude's not here.
Yeah, I think I'm on World 6 now. So
what's the mechanic in that world? What's the new thing you're
I don't
doing?
even remember. Squeezing through tight spaces with blocks. I guess.
Oh yes, yes. Pushing your boxes through tiny holes.
Yeah, what do they call it?
And then
Snaking or something?
Sucking yourself back into yourself. Yep.
So,
are you
good
still
for
enjoying
kids?
it?
That box boy is disgusting.
Yeah, it's great for kids. Teaches them about boxes
And
boys.
the old
And it's okay when your body grows and goes through changes.
holes, the old holes.
It's
in
a game
the
about puberty,
boxes,
really.
Boxes and bees.
Oh.
It is. It's all about puberty. Your body grows, you go through changes, but you're still yourself.
And then you shove yourself into tight holes, and then suck yourself out of yourself.
And then lasers, pretty much.
Suck yourself into yourself.
Laser.
You playing anything else?
Filthy.
Well, I don't think I got a chance to talk about this. When we were here,
No, if this is from last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll allow
when
it.
we were all over for the that one weekend when the site crashed.
Crap the bed.
Yeah, when it crapped the bed. We were playing Wii Sports golf, and
Oh, that's right.
I had like the best comeback in my golfing
Yeah,
career.
it was good. It was really good.
And I had what's the opposite of a comeback?
Or go away.
I had the best go away of my.
You had the most gummy dicks on record.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been playing it a lot actually. Not Gumby Dick, just golf. My dad's been playing a lot of the Wii Sports golf lately, so we're having a lot. Wii Sports Club Golf, which is the updated version.
Oh, yeah, and then we did bowling, and yeah, we did okay with that.
I didn't bowl.
Is that it?
Yes.
Mom Brain, what'd you play?
I played the Blizzard card game on my phone.
What's that called?
Hearthstone.
Yeah.
You played some Hearthstone. How's it going?
I was beaten.
By the computer?
Yeah.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Wait, can you just be beaten and it's over, or you continue?
No, you keep playing.
You said you were beaten, and I was like, oh.
What have you been playing? Oh, okay.
I played the old Netflix game for many hours this week, and then I played. Last week we went out and got Hardline. Battlefield.
Oh, we're gonna
Hardline.
play that today?
I would.
It's fun. You haven't played it, right?
Here's a story.
Okay.
I mentioned it. Was like, yeah, we should go pick that up. We go pick it up, and then I'm playing the story mode. And Ramie's like, yeah, story modes in these are terrible. Everybody plays for online.
He's playing the
And I'm
story
like-
mode, and he's like, "This is pretty bad." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, no."
Well,
No, like not bad. Like the story is really cheesy, and it's a strange game. Like there's so many different things for you to do.
The whole
like,
game is like walk up to people and don't shoot them. It's like just hold them up and put them in handcuffs. That's it.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Oh,
of,
I'm
there's
sorry.
plenty of
And
them.
alligators.
There's yes, and when I got attacked by an alligator, that was pretty awesome.
God, what a lame.
I wrestled
lame
an alligator, but and the way that the alligator was defeated is just funny because it had nothing
don't
to do.
spoil it.
You didn't stab it through the brain or the heart. They just,
Did you cuff it?
Yes.
He held the gun up to it, and
I said
you know,
freeze, and it went.
The law's the law. So it put its tiny arms behind its back.
There's plenty of games where you're playing stealthily and sneaking.
Yeah,
through.
but this isn't stealth.
It's not.
It's like here's a first-person shooter where you don't shoot and you have to sneak around, but you can't sneak, and you put everyone in handcuffs. Like elements of all those would make for a good game, yeah, but not. It's not Battlefield. But yeah,
But
I
then-
didn't know he was playing it. Like I didn't know he wanted to play it for the single player.
Like,
No,
have
for
you-
some reason I thought we could play it like a Rainbow Six game where if later down the line I get a PS4, I'll get the game and we can play it together online together.
Well, we can, just not in a way you thought.
Right. And so I'm thinking we can do that, and then he's telling me like, no, it's nothing like that, and basically made me feel like I'm a horrible person because I just got him. convinced him to use his credits
No,
at
he didn't
GameStop.
convince me. I had credit, so it doesn't matter to me. Like, it was credit. I didn't spend real money on it, and I was considering getting it anyway.
But something was said along the lines of, if I knew that's why you wanted it, I wouldn't have wasted my credit on this.
I didn't say that.
I'm pretty sure.
I said if I knew you, if I knew that's what you wanted to play, I wouldn't have gotten it. That's all I said.
Which is essentially the same thing.
Well,
wasted is a much harsher
I guess
way.
he kind of assumed that you knew what kind of game you were getting.
I did.
And you know what? I'm not a smart person, so I had no idea.
But wait, here's the important part.
Why did you want this game if you didn't know anything about it? Is my question.
Because it looked. I've seen a video.
I saw a picture this one time.
Here's the important part. He stopped playing Solitaire. We went and played online, and I finally got him to play, and then we had a lot of fun. So,
well, but
all is well.
Alone, because you can't play it together. Because
we were watching.
That's the world in which we live in now. Is people are not
people
supposed to get
want to
together.
play in the same room anymore. They only want to play with people online that they'll never meet.
Right.
How?
So that they can call them. What is it? Stupid noob gunner general. What is that guy's called all the time?
I don't know.
General Sergeant or something.
I don't know what you know. So yeah, you played that. That was fun.
So that's all I played.
Oh, okay. So I played some Hearthstone this week as well, and I really liked that. My mom has been playing it because I told her about it, and she's like, "When are we going to play? When are we going to play against each other?" So that's probably going to happen soon. So I'm nervous because I'm building up my deck of cards, and I don't want to lose against my mom. But it seems like she's gotten a real handle on what you're supposed to do, so it should be a fun battle. I just wish they had an actual card version. I would love to play that.
I assumed that they did.
No, I thought they did too. Like as soon as I started playing it, I was like, this would be really cool if you could have like physical cards. So I went online right away. All the articles don't have it. Says they're not doing it. They won't do it. Like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but even if they did have actual cards, it would get to the same point as Magic is, and then for other people, they'd be like,
but I'm in on the ground floor.
I know, but so I'm like, it's just always going to be the same thing. Somewhere down the line, it's going to be too overwhelming or too excessive, and then there's other people.
No, I don't care about that. Then you stop playing. But yeah, now I'm in on the ground floor.
Can you just get a Magic the Gathering starter pack?
Yeah, you can. But your starter pack, well, I mean, let's look at it this way. That's what I should do, because it's not like I'm going to become a professional Magic player. I'm only going to play with other people here. So, like, it's not like I'm going to have to worry about kids that have been playing for 10 years and have, like, an awesome deck. So that's what I should do.
And is it all trades, or do you pay for stuff?
Cards?
Yeah.
In Magic, you buy the packs.
No, but, like, and then you trade, or you win them from other people?
You can play for cards, yeah, if you want to, if you're cutthroat, sure. But yeah, you can trade. I mean, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you're buying as far as I know, you're buying lots of the packs blind anyway. Like, you're guaranteed like one rare in a deck, but you could get like 7 of the same thing you already have, and one rare that is not useful. But yeah. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Those cards I still have. Man, I had the arm thing too. I used to play that all the time with Kyle and Mr. Brian. We all had our Yu-Gi-Oh decks and our arm duelers. Yeah,
I remember that.
We went to Walmart at like 4 a.m. because we had our Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we were at Walmart because we were hungry. We're going around looking at whatever, and Mr. Brian came running back with the arm thing on, and he's like, "We got these!" I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know they made those."
What is the arm thing?
It's how, well, when the Yu-Gi-Oh originally started, I don't know what the hell it's like now. When they would duel, you'd have it's like a big, it looks like a giant arm, like boomerang. It's like a big gray thing that you wear on your arm, and you slot your cards into it, and then you're like, I play whatever. I don't even remember what they're called. You gotta watch the cartoon on YouTube just to see it, because that's what it used. They'd look down at their thing, and then they're like, BAM! And he'd say, I play Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Like, look what I got.
I think that's what one of them's called. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Definitely.
Yeah. And the cartoon, everything they played was amazing. So the commentator would be like, Blue Eyes White Dragon, that's devastating. And so we'd play it, and the thing would like die right away. It's like, oh, it's not like the show. But yeah, that thing is somewhere in my parents' basement. So anyway, I've been playing Hearthstone. I also have been playing more Splatoon and hopping on with some press and checking that out. Man, Nintendo's not talking about it, but they should be. that single player is fantastic. And we said last week it's longer than you think it is. But I was talking with Andre from Game Explain, and he's like, dude, that single player stuff is so much fun. I was like, yeah, I know. I really enjoy it. It's like just basically levels that are made for fun. Like they don't have any rhyme or reason to them. There's bosses, and then there's an end game to it. But it's literally like Nintendo was like, well, what would make a fun level? And that's what they did. And if you get the amiibo, you get more of that stuff. So, like, of course, now I'm like, I want the amiibo. I got to get the amiibo, which is a terrible time to think of that because they're already sold out, so I can't get them anywhere. Nintendo sent one. They sent the boy Inkling amiibo, so I need the girl and the little green squid. So I don't know how the hell I'm going to get those. But, yeah, that single player is fantastic. Review is coming, I think the 27th we're allowed to post reviews. But, yeah, if you're looking for only single player, and you're not interested in the online stuff, get Splatoon with the amiibo, and you'll have a poop ton of stuff. You'll have a lot to do. So I played that.
Wait, get it with the amiibo? That's hard to get?
Well, yes, but
it's impossible to get. If you're looking for something,
well, here's the
find
difference.
this impossible
Lots
thing.
of people are buying the amiibo even without the game just because they're amiibo collectors. So if you're not considering getting the game because you think it's all about online, online's a huge part of it, yes, but there is a lot of single player content,
right.
especially
but
if you have the amiibo.
If they're collectors, then
if
they're real collector,
if you're inbox collector, then yeah, you're screwed.
Inbox, yeah. Mint inbox.
R42 says, do you think they'll call the sequel to Splatoon, but change the T to the number 2?
What was Chris saying? Was that what he was saying?
Splatoon? Was he saying Splatoon?
I think he was saying Splatoon.
So I played that. Played more Puzzle and Dragons, like I said. And I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but I am playing The Witcher 3. I know you want to play it badly.
Yeah. I could have gotten it at a discount, too, if I had bought it through
Newegg.
GOG.
Oh, good.
Wait, I thought you couldn't play it.
GameStop.
I thought like your computer or something. It was.
No, well,
I thought there was a reason you can do it here, or you had to do it.
Here's the deal. I actually had my PC custom built so that I could play The Witcher 2, and yeah, and like a couple, like it may have been like a month or two later, NVIDIA like came out with their new line of
graphics cards.
Yeah, GPUs, and yeah, so it's like 4 years later now. Mine are already like obsolete.
Yeah. Mitchy Mouse says the name of the Splatoon sequel will be Spladoosh.
I'm sorry. The Splatoon Tequel?
Tequel. It's Tequel.
Sorry.
Tequel.
And Pip-Up Water says the sequel would be called Skadoosh.
But yeah, I hear Witcher 3 is pretty good. And I mean, that's what I was expecting.
Well, Do Michaels, I had a lengthy conversation with him on the phone a couple days ago, like an hour-long conversation, which was largely about The Witcher 3 and how much he is in love with the game. Loves it.
But he's never played one.
I told him the story you and I were laughing about.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about the second one.
Ascendant
It's like,
Shards?
what's this stuff? Like nobody knows about. Nobody wants to play this. And he's like, I really said that. And I was like, yeah. Kirby and I were just talking about it. You like poo-pooed the sequel. Like,
well, I understand he hadn't heard of it because at that point it was still PC.
Yeah. Only. And he's like, man. He's like, it sounds like something I do. It's like, yeah, you did it. But yes, he's in love with this one. And I'm playing it, and this is open world now, so it's different for the series. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's just like, I guess you call it like the tutorial town, which is kind of silly. It's the first town you go to in the game, and it's supposed to be like a smaller area for you to learn the ropes.
Yeah.
But it is huge, and it's just like a speck of what the whole game is. And like I wanted to do all the side missions I could there and everything, and it's so. I mean, you just hop on your horse, and the map will have like you could go wherever you want, just explore on your own. But the map will have like question marks.
Yeah,
and I'll let you know you could go there and see what's going on. It could be like a bandit hideout. It could be a guarded treasure chest. It could be an enemy nest that you have to blow up to stop the enemies.
Oh wait, you're all birds?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Soundtrack's great. Game looks great. Plays really well. You know, Witcher is more complicated than your average game as far as like all the things you can do. Because it's not just like run up and hit things. It's like you can coat your sword in different oils.
All the potions.
Or you make the potions, and you can do alchemy on the fly wherever you want. And now it's cool because when you make something, it remembers how to make that automatically. I remember in the last Witcher you had to do everything over and over again.
And in the first one it was even more complicated.
Yes. So now it's way better. But Du and I were talking because battles feel good because just because you're a higher level than an enemy doesn't mean you're in for an easy fight.
Right.
Because like I was a level 3, and I was riding out to a question mark, and I got out there, and there was a huge bear, and it was like a level 8 bear, but it was just the bear. And I was like, all right, it's just one bear. I know it's huge, but I'll take my time and dance around with it and strike when I can. So it took a while, but I killed it, and I got what it was protecting. And then later on, I was on a beach with like 2 level 2 like water guns. I forget what they're called. I was like,
On a
this
beach
is no
with 2
problem.
level 2s. Tell me about it.
I was like, this is no
I
problem.
get into.
So I ran up to him and got my ass handed to me. And he's like, yeah, it happens. Like you just get overconfident and you go into a battle and you get destroyed. But you know, it's a mix of your swords, the type of sword, because you do a silver sword for monsters and a steel sword for humans. And then there's all the magic too.
Signs,
yeah, so you're like throwing fire at people or like doing like force push at them off cliffs and stuff like that. No thunderbolt yet, no. I have a force push. I have fireball. I have like a trap that you put on the ground. I have something that takes over their mind and screws them up. And a shield for myself. That's what I have right now. So, you know, battles are complicated. And then like you level yourself up so you can parry incoming arrow attacks. Because if you're trying to get into like a bandit camp, there'll be archers, and you have to either dodge, but they're shooting too much, so you can't dodge when you get hit. But if you upgrade that ability, then you can parry arrows as they're coming in and getting closer. And there's like a million different like finishers when you're fighting guys, which is really cool. Depending on how you hit them and where and what you're doing, like you'll like cut their body in half, or you'll lob their head off, or you'll get them through the stomach, or chop them down at the legs, and all kinds of stuff.
Violent.
Oh, it's violent. Yeah, it's definitely violent. But that, God, I forget the main character's name. Geralt.
Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia. He's a sexy man. His body. He's been through a lot. He's got lots of scars and everything. But
I was going to ask if you dig scars.
Oh, I guess I do, because he is covered in them.
That's
the game starts off with like him in the bathtub, and he's like literally nothing but scars all over his entire body. Face is good though.
That's why you like me.
No, pretty good face.
Scarred up knees.
So I played that, and I think that's it. So I played a little something on every platform this week. All right, let's do our question.
Maybe I should just get a PS4.
I'm sure there's some good trade-in deals. So my question to you this week on Twitter, which again I want to thank Bill Trinan, because he retweeted it to his followers, which was a surprise. But thank you for doing it. So the question was, some Nintendo characters only play second fiddle. What side character deserves some time in the spotlight with their own game? Tyler says Waluigi. Go Bobo, or Go Bobo, I guess, says Peach. The damn mute key says Daisy. Dork Pit, D-O-R-K, Dork Pit, says any character other than Waluigi.
Oh, come on. I believe Waluigi should get something.
I agree as well.
Toad just got a game.
E107 Combo has one of my favorite answers. He says, that guy who runs the gym in No More Heroes 2, obviously. That's a great one. The Silkiest says, some idiot who is going to say Waluigi.
What about Mallow from Malamar?
Axel of the Key says Slippy. Oh, man. Nintendo Kuso says Ashley from Wario Games. Let her become trapped in Magic Books world and make a platformer out of it. I'm a big fan of Ashley, so I'm with that. Our friends at Game Explain.
Right? There's that song.
Yes. That was in a video of my parents playing.
I have an idea. What is the Court Jester's avatar? That magic guy from Super Mario, like the bird guy.
Kamek?
Yeah. I think Koopa kicks him out. He's like, I'm done with you for some reason. Koopa?
King Koopa? Sure.
No,
we'll go old
you're
school
thinking
with
of
King
the
Koopa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowser kicks him out of his court,
Okay.
and he's like, "Get out of here! I don't want you anymore. You're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
bad business." And then it's his story of like getting through things on his own.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Game Explain.
No, because it's got magic in it and stuff. It's got a little something different.
Game Explain answered with Waluigi, but in animated GIF form, with my favorite animated GIF ever of Waluigi giving the suck it to everybody while playing Mario, whatever it calls, Striker's Charge.
How do they get that through?
Funny, you're wearing that shirt.
I don't know.
Let's play that
Coco Dwar says Meta Knight, Ashley, and Captain Syrup. Tingle, Luigi, and Captain Toad already got their spin-offs. XVS0 says the guy who wears a suit and has a baseball pitching machine for a head.
Oh yeah. Wait, who is that guy?
I don't know his name.
Who?
So I just told you the guy who wears a suit and has a baseball pitching machine for a head. Look it up.
What game is that?
Look it up.
Look it up.
That exactly?
His name's Carl. Sam Earl 13 says probably Waluigi. It's not really
Carl Papa. You watch that?
Waluigi, Wario got his own game, so I don't see why he can't. I remember fake rumors of a GameCube game long ago. Yeah. This guy linked to a picture. He's got a weird-ass character from Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. I don't even know how to describe him. But there he is.
Oh, that's the guy we're talking about?
Oh, does that look like the guy?
Well, he's
I don't know,
wearing
he's
a
wearing a
suit.
suit,
He
he's
has
got-
a pitching
what is
machine
it?
for a
Yeah,
head.
that's him. It's the Nintendo machine thing. Nintendo's baseball pitching machine. They made one. So that was XVS0. Yeah, I don't know the guy's name.
But it's probably Carl.
Janny says Waluigi and makes a point to say, "Are you sweating?" Pillsbury Doughboy says Daisy, not the real Pillsbury Doughboy, of course.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Needler Fan Pudge says, "I always liked Tumble from Mario Party 3. He should come back. His design is too cool to waste." Tumble?
Ooh.
He should come back in Wall Street Kid 2 or whatever, or Casino, whatever it was, that casino game. Casino Kid 3. I think there was a 2.
Are you sure you didn't mean Wall Street?
Yeah, it didn't. Wall Street doesn't have dice in it. Smash Cap said, "I'd love to see Lolo and Lala not be in a Kirby game and be the stars in their own games." Well, then play
they
the
were
Adventures of
already.
Lolo. But yeah, that was a big series on the NES, and then it died. I'd like to see that come back. Moldy Clay says, "Waluigi or Daisy, more Tingle, Zelda, any character than Zelda, really, or a Star Fox character." Rojo says, Waluigi has enough personality to at least star alongside Wario on the WarioWare series. Yeah, that makes sense. Gentle Jeffrey says, Falco Lombardi, how swell. No, that asshole doesn't need his own game. I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it. I hate Falco because he's an asshole.
That's why people like him, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why they like Raphael, too.
He's cool but rude.
Give me a break. Babylonian says, Waluigi. Everybody say Waluigi.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
Does that mean it's going to happen?
Then an argument breaks out about Waluigi,
Yeah.
and then Waluigi himself
I'm sorry, isn't
enters the conversation on
isn't
Twitter.
Waluigi an asshole, too?
Yes. That's
But
true.
he's the asshole I like.
But he's not an asshole that can actually... Here's the difference. Wario and Waluigi are assholes, but they suck. Falco knows his stuff and always gives Fox a hard time. Like, Falco can pilot a ship. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay, so you're just jealous.
No!
Because he can pilot a ship better than you can. I see it.
No, he can't. He can't. Because when you play those games, Falco's like, oh, I got somebody on my tail. And then you help him, and he's like, oh, I didn't need your help, Fox. I could have done it on my own. No, you couldn't. I got to get past all this arguing about Waluigi. It turned into a big
Let me do it
argument.
fast because now I want a cherry Coke float. Do they do soft serve ice cream in a cherry Coke float?
I don't know if they do a cherry Coke float
They're
at
gonna
Stewart's.
make me a cherry Coke.
Roth
Do they have
Sathi says,
Coke?
I could see a
You're
match
probably not
3
gonna like
puzzle
it 'cause it has
style.
vanilla ice cream.
I love
Please,
vanilla
guys,
ice cream.
Roth is in the
But it's
IRC
gonna
now.
make it taste like a cherry
he
vanilla
wants
Coke.
his
I
comment
wanna
heard.
try it.
Roth says, I could see a match 3 puzzle style Luma game for mobile and handhelds. Otherwise, I always look forward to the next Wario. I Draw Robot says, Wario
Wario.
says Meta Knight game built on the Kid Icarus engine. That would be cool. Roger DeLuigi says, I'd also be down for a Meta Knight spin-off game where you have to save Kirby, or an eShop game starring Groose. There's the best answer I've heard all
There's a good
day.
answer.
TYTYGH1010 says Wiggler, where you repeatedly spell the word Wigger on a chalkboard. The game would be called How to Start a Meme. That is in reference to a Nintendo tweet where they sent out a tweet about Wiggler, but misspelled it Wigger.
I forgot about that.
How about you play as Ganon?
That's it.
It's like a Ganon game, but it's about like raising your family or raising kittens or something.
Okay.
The softer side of it.
Roth in the IRC says, I want to see what happens when Falco and Raphael meet. They make out, obviously. Because they're both assholes, and that's what assholes do.
Can
They kiss
Tails,
each other.
did Tails ever have his own game?
Nope. Did he? Oh wait, he probably did.
I don't know.
Nintendo
Hey, IRC people, did Tails ever have his own game? I want to say there was like a Game Gear game where he
Yeah, I
was
was
the
just
title
gonna say
character.
wasn't there something on the Game Gear?
Rocket says the name of the Groose game could be Groose Lightning. All right, Mom Ray, let's do music.
Midna.
All right.
Oh yeah, Midna, and it's like a dating simulator. Honey Pop starring Midna.
No, she's
Monster form only.
she's investigating like some human trafficking thing.
First
So
song comes
she
from
has
LET
to
I'm
Naruto.
sorry.
go between sexy Midna.
Yeah,
and
she goes
Midna.
undercover as a street.
Source Code says he wants to see Star Fox with a guest star role from Wedge Antilles. That would be great. Tails Adventure was the name of the game. Thank you, Rocket.
That sounds like water. Sonic something or
Sounds familiar.
Monkey Ball something? Jamaican music.
I thought it was good for Memorial Day.
I don't know.
Well, it came from LED Naruto, and it was the Pokemon channel on the GameCube.
Oh, you're poking me.
Pokemon channel on the GameCube? I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know anything about Pokemon.
I mean, I could be wrong.
No, that submission's full of holes. I'm surprised there was so much water sound in it because it's so full of holes.
Next one comes from Mariman.
Well, now ends our streak with anime music.
This sounds really familiar. This is Super Paper Mario.
Sure is.
Yeah!
That was a crappy smack.
Oh, what?
Elbows, elbows,
One more.
elbows.
Right there.
That was the one.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely the one.
I don't know any music.
Good
either.
Lord.
That was from Mariman, and it was
Itchy now?
Mario.
Itchy palm.
Mario.
Yes, I have an itchy palm there.
Next one comes from Alien Boy VA.
Maybe later.
When you watch on anime, it's hard to figure out what game this is. Astro Striker Gundam?
Yes. Alien
game.
Boy VA sent us this
Sequel in the
one,
works.
and it was Azure Striker Gunvolt. Next
As a
one,
Striker Gundam.
and I'm looking forward to this one. It came from My Body Is Ready.
Sounds really familiar.
Okay, it's a trying to tell you guys what it is without giving it
I
away.
think I might have seen the answer.
It's a mascot game.
Bubble ball.
And no, it's like
mascot.
it's
of
like an
the
advertising game. Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot.
on the NES.
Mountain climbers.
It's one of my favorite foods.
Balloon
Or
fight.
delivered to your front door.
Burger time. French fry time. Bread.
It's in the kitchen right now, actually.
You might want to avoid
Hershey
it.
pie.
You might want to avoid them.
The Noid.
Yeah.
Yo, Noid.
So
Nicely done.
my parents, my dad won
Annoyed?
annoyed at the Flemington Fair that was like at the
Oh my
time
God,
my
annoyed.
size.
Annoyed. I get it now.
Wow.
Yep.
What happened?
So that was from
what
My
happened
Body
to
is Ready.
Domino's that they used to have
And it was Yo No.
adult-sized Noids, and now Noid
Well,
is
no,
fallen into a void?
it was child size.
Yeah, look, McDonald's bringing back the Hamburglar. Why can't Domino's bring back the
What is
Noid?
that about, too? The Hamburglar who's got responsibilities and kids?
And KFC's bringing back Colonel Sanders.
I'm sorry. No, actually,
at
it's
the same time.
it's the Hamburglar who's going behind his wife's
I
back.
hate that card.
Everybody grows up.
All right, this one comes from Maximilian X.
I know this too. I feel. I don't. Final Fantasy something.
Yeah.
How about a 6 for mine, huh?
6.
I don't know.
Could be like a port. It's not. I gotta guess a portable.
Final Fantasy 4. Come on, Kirby. What if I had like Shazam? Just Shazam.
Is it a spin-off Final Fantasy?
I think so, yeah.
Final Fantasy, the after or whatever. Or,
Mystic Quest.
No.
Crystal
No.
something. Ring of Fate.
Is it one of those theater rhythm games?
You don't have a platform. Something about light.
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
Bears
No,
of Light.
hold on, I can think of it.
Light Bears.
Guardians of Light.
No, but it is something of light,
Yep.
right? It's light.
Sort of
Heroes of Light.
Heroes of
Four
Light.
Heroes of Light, yes.
Thank God you said Guardians. That was close enough.
All right, next one comes from Pratt Trap, and it's Pratt Trap's first
Thanks,
submission.
Pratt Trap.
Pratt Trap.
Malbrain, where can people send their music to?
Oh, never mind.
It sounds like a GBA.
It is, I think.
This sounds amazing. Is this the same guy that did Silver Surfer or whatever?
No.
This is a game? I feel like if I had to watch something and listen to this, my head would explode.
It's one of those
It is
weird
prickly.
soundtracks that combine like sounds from the Game Boy Advance and sounds with the Game Boy Color. The one game that always sticks out in my head that did that was Minish Cap.
Nope.
No, this isn't Minish Cap.
But it could be a Capcom game, then, right? Because
Do you know
Capcom
if it's a
did
Capcom
I
game?
believe it is.
Oh. Okay, Capcom. Breath of Fire.
No.
Bakugan.
No.
What's that? Not Bakugan. What's that? Bok Choy?
Yep.
Boktai?
I'm pretty sure it's Capcom. Yeah, it's Capcom.
Is it one of the
Mega Man then.
Mega
Yeah.
Man Zero?
Nope.
Battle Network.
Yes.
There you go.
Mega Man Battle Network 3. And that did come from Pratt Trap, and thank you for your first time submission.
Pratt.
So it comes from Morph Baller.
Morph Ballin'! Ghouls and ghosts or ghosts and goblins or yes. Yes. These asshole submitters. That's what it's from. Mega Man. It's also in the Mega Man game. Ghouls and ghosts and goblins. Then
Revisited or
wrong.
something?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
No. I could have
It's some other asshole Capcom game where they like put the song.
Tatsunoko versus
Yeah, like a
Capcom.
fighting game. Is it a fighting game?
I
One
don't
of those
know.
asshole fighting games.
One of those fart games.
Oh.
Have a system.
Yeah, wait, is
No.
it one of those Marvel vs. Capcom games?
Good guess.
Or Tatsunoko versus Capcom? Wait, did you say that?
He did. All right, go ahead. We don't know that.
Now, so I could be wrong. Project X Zone.
Oh, no, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
God damn it! Why didn't we think of that?
What other games Arthur has been?
Yeah, I was like Maximo. That wasn't on Nintendo systems though.
That was from Pratt.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
God damn it! We could have had that.
Next one comes from Come On
No,
Meal.
that was Morph Baller.
Yes, thank you.
Morph ball. I know this one.
Teenage
Turn it
Mutant
up.
Ninja Turtles.
It's got voices in it.
You know the game, obviously.
Yeah.
The title is Funky's Field.
Oh, yeah.
It's Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy's Kong Quest. Where do people send in music?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. We would be grateful for your submissions. Again, that's gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Don't end this yet. There's another voice I want to hear.
All right.
There it is. Oh wait, there's another one. I think it goes. Woo! There you go.
All right.
Yeah, those are popular.
Wait, did they have to?
Rare loved those noises. Then Killer Instinct came out, and like every song had those noises in it.
Did they pay rights to like Michael Jackson? Did they pay Michael Jackson rights for that sound?
You want to know something? So Playtonic is doing ukulele. You know about ukulele, right?
Yes.
It's Banjo-Kazooie, but not Banjo-Kazooie. So that's
It's like a
old-
little dragon character looking thing.
It's like a chameleon and a bat.
Okay, you're right.
You're
right.
So Playtonic is made up of old Rare employees, and one of the Rare employees that is in Playtonic is the guy who did the voices for like all their games. So that might have been him.
Oh, really?
Because he said back in the day when he needed a voice in a game, they weren't like, let's call up voice talent, because that didn't exist for games. It was just like, who in the office wants to do a voice? And they set up with a microphone.
But is that like?
That's why, like,
Is that one of the
Conker,
music composers though, or something like Greg?
just anybody, whoever.
Grant Kirkhope or
Yeah,
something?
Grant Kirkhope did voices as well. But yeah, like Conker is voices of people that were in Rare at the time. It's not like any famous voice people. Nowadays, your game has to have notable, at least like voice actors that are in the voice actor community, you know, like Kara Strong or like, you know, anime voice actors or animated voice actors. Yeah. It's not, you can't put out a game anymore if you're a traditional company. Just have people in the office doing the voices for you, which loses some of the charm. How does the podcast prefer music to be sent? Links to YouTube or MP3s?
MP3s are easier for me, but I wouldn't, kick a YouTube link out of bed for eating crackers.
There you go. All right, next song.
Next one comes from.
I don't remember if I gave us a mark for that one.
I'm keeping track.
Oh, okay, good. Then I'm done.
Comes from Jet Jaguar. We only
Focus
have 2
all
left.
attacks.
American Beauty, the movie, the game.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, is this a Bit Trip game?
Sure is.
Bit Trip Runner. Bit Trip. Yeah, Runner. Future Legend of Rhythm
The
Alien.
Trip Runner
2.
2. Yeah.
No longer Gaijin games. They renamed themselves to Choice Provisions.
Choice Provisions.
Because Gaijin has a negative connotation in some areas.
Makes people think of ninjas.
So they changed it to Choice Provisions, yes. And they have more Wii U and 3DS games on the way.
Anyway, that's Gaijin.
Which is great. Yeah, right. Ninja Gaijin.
Good?
Yeah.
Nice one. Last one comes from Wired, who says it's not necessarily following the rules, but he couldn't resist.
Is this Honey Pop?
It's Honey Pop.
I like this soundtrack in Honey Pop. Turn it up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why does this remind me of masturbation? Yeah, it's got a good soundtrack. It's the whole soundtrack is like very like Price is Right style music. Look it up on YouTube. It's good.
How can The Price is Right feel so wrong?
All right, so that means you got
This is
1,
going on a
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think there was good teamwork on it too.
Yeah, totally.
We got
pieced
it.
a couple
We did
things
really
together.
well. Yeah.
I feel great because I contributed. How often does that happen?
Well, we're
I'm outta
enjoying
here.
some music, so I'll talk about something. You can turn it off for this. We're gonna have a new intro for the soon. We're gonna have a new intro for the show soon. And I'm talking to multiple people that are well-known composers to video game enthusiasts, and I'm very excited because we've had the theme from Phantom Inc. now, which is wonderful, but we've had it for a really long time, and I wanted to get another. I wanted to get another song from another well-known, not necessarily chiptune artist, but video game style artist. So we're working on that, and like I said, there's like 3 of them in the running right now, so it's guaranteed you will know who they are. But we haven't settled on the final one yet, so I'm excited. So look forward to that. It's gonna be fun.
Is it gonna be spicy? But
It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be good.
The new intro is going to be
That song right there.
the guys from that did Halo, so it's going to be like
Go. That would be pretty cool. All right, that's it. We're done here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
farewell. Have a
Bye.
good week. Happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all
The
those
vets.
vets.
If you know a vet, give him a hug.
Somebody
I'm not prepared.
in the RSC asked if we'd play the meta game now. I would do it, but I don't know where it is. Do you know?
Is it
What?
with your Yu-Gi-Oh armband?
Yeah, I forget what the real is. Do you know where the meta game is?
We would love to play meta game, but we gotta go get.
My guess would
root beer
be in
floats.
I
the.
was thinking in there too.
Are you sticking
Yeah.
around? You heading out?
I gotta go, but
I gotta go home.
This guy's done.
I mean,
It's done.
I can get root beer floats with you guys. I just can't hang out for too long.
You guys got plans tonight, or just hanging out?
We're I don't know, probably going to the pork roll festival in Trenton.
Is this a thing?
Yeah, I just found out about it this week.
Is it tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
What?
It's going on until 10 apparently.
How much is it?
Pork
How
roll
much does it cost?
Festival?
How much does it cost to get in?
I don't know.
Just your life.
Oh, you didn't.
Well, I'll ask her.
I'm gonna be a third wheel.
The Pork Roll Festival. Holy
Like
shit.
I haven't had pork roll in a while. I could get like 2 years worth in one night.
Gee, man, sir, don't ask that because A, I've never thought to look, and B, now that you brought it up, it's going to happen.
What?
He says, do you think there's a Rule 34 for you?
No.
Oh, there is that. I'm sure there will be now, and I am going to have to talk to Poopaloop because I want him to draw it. No, Corey Godby. I'll have him and Corey both do it.
Yeah, you need more than one.
That would be gross.
34?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sending me that thing.
Welcome.
Yeah, I should get back into Honey Pop. I did like 90% of it, and then there's that one girl that I didn't get with. So I got to get in there and do that.
I mean, it's not like a top hit if it does exist.
Well, are you on the actual Rule 34 website?
Paheel.net.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one I have bookmarked.
Oh, meat.
Look up Urkel. Let's see what Urkel ones are in there.
Why?
Did I do that?
For reasons we do not.
Joe Shabadoo, not as much as I was because I was playing Puzzle and Dragons for the review. So I've been, that and Stretch Mo. So that's been taken away from my shuffle time. G-Man, sir, I will not play, I will not stream Honey Pop, no, because it has nothing to do with Nintendo. Stretch Mo's a lot of fun. They did some really cool new things with it.
This website does nothing but add pop-ups to my
GoNintendo?
computer phone.
Yeah, it's a rough site. Hey, somebody's got to pay the bills. Those pornographic images aren't going to draw themselves.
No, it says no images were found.
What are you typing in?
Rami Cowboy.
Yeah, you can try GoNintendo. Probably just get Nintendo related stuff. And then again, well, thank you very much, Rocket. It's I'm equally as happy too.
Nope, nothing.
Well, there you go. There's no official Rule 34 of me on the Rule 34 website. I don't know if someone else has drawn something out there, but feel free to tweet me your disgusting drawings. All right, the show's done exporting. You know what that means. It means the computer's not working right. What the hell? Okay. All right, guys, that's it. We're done.
Tickets are $5.
$5. Get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Play some games. Hang out with friends. Have some fun. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.